I'm about to head out to pick up my biggest Azure Standard haul yet. We really geared up for this financially and made sure we set aside some for a really big bulk order from Azure Standard. And the reason is winter is just about knocking on our doors, and we like to go into winter feeling like if we couldn't get to the stores or things shut down, that we would be okay for some time. So this is really quite a lot of food, the biggest order I've put in, and I thought it would be fun to just quickly share with you the things that I've gotten this time to really kind of stock up our pantry for the winter months. Now, if this is the first time you've heard of Azure Standard, I did another video with another haul, but I will link you to a blog post that I wrote with like a link to all my favorites from Azure Standard and explaining to you what Azure Standard is. So if you want some clarification, definitely check the link in my description and I'll explain all that for you. But right now, I'm just going to go pick it up, get all of this in, and share with you what we got.
In this haul, I got a big old bag of rolled oats. We were out of those. And then tons of canned goods and so many other things. So let's break it down to what I actually got for the individual items. And I know so many of you are going to ask, and I'm going to be very transparent here, but this was about $1,500 worth of food. Organic, healthy food. So it was quite a bit, but here we go. I got tons of frozen food. This is quite a lot that come into these boxes, and I like to bag them up separately. So I get like frozen vegetables, corn, hash browns, broccoli, and then lots of fruit that goes with that we will be using in our smoothies throughout the winter. January hits, we usually love to do a lot of smoothies, fruit smoothies that time of year, just something lighter. So I get a lot of fruit that I can throw into smoothies. This was my first time trying these whole wheat hamburger buns. Actually just stuck them in the freezer, so we haven't tried them yet. And then some hot dog buns. So just so you know that they have some other items as well that don't come in bulk. I did buy a lot of bulk salt. I love their salt options. Love their peanut butter in these big 5-gallon buckets. We get those and then mix them up and go through them actually fairly quickly, but I buy a couple at a time. Love their mushroom popcorn. This is a treat for me. These carob covered peanuts, I kind of hide them and they're my little special, closet treat. This is the first time trying this coconut cream powder. I think I'll use it in like Thai dishes. I think it sounds really good. Love their dried mangoes. Those are great snacks for the kids, as well as raw almonds. I'd love to have those out for snacks. Sunflower seeds we use a lot in cooking or just as snacks. This was another first for me to try their kamut flour. This is hard for me to find, so I just grabbed a smaller bag of that to see if I like it. I love this brown rice pasta. I have a mac and cheese recipe, or it's my sister's recipe that's really good. And then I'd like to get some jovial einkorn pasta. I feel like those are much, those make our guts a lot happier than other pastas. So love stocking up on spaghetti and other noodles that we'll certainly use throughout the winter months. They also have just a ton of varieties in their Azure Standard brand. This time I got some elbow macaroni, but definitely check out their other varieties. I did want to just try these wax paper bags just for like packing things. We're really liking them. And then just some paper plates. It was time for me to stock up on some olive oil. This is like the #1 oil that we use in cooking, so I grabbed a couple jugs of those. A lot of our bees died this last winter, so I need a supplement and got 2 big old gallon buckets of honey. Love their honey, it's so good. I grabbed a bunch of garlic because I've made some infused honey garlic for the cold and flu season. A lot of potatoes. We didn't get quite enough in our garden this year. They have great organic potato options that are just so much better for you. I like to grab some random things. I love tahini. I love salsa. So I'm trying some of the options that they have. So far, loving it. And then I love to stock up on chicken broth. I do make a lot of our own broth, but it's nice to also make sure we have plenty of this in case I forget to get it out of the freezer. So I got a big old case of that. Another big old case of their ketchup. This is the first time trying it, but the ingredients seem really clean and simple, and we'll definitely use that within a year's time. I did grab a bunch of their canned beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, garbanzo beans. We love having these around. I use Great Northern beans a lot, black beans. So it's just good to kind of stock up on a lot of the lentils that I like to throw into a lot of the winter soups and stews. They also have green chilies. I grabbed a case of those. And then a lot of their tomato products. We do can a lot of our own tomatoes, but not quite enough to get us through for quite a few months. So tomato sauce is one thing we go through a lot. So I grabbed a couple cases of those as well. And just so you know, you don't have to get like huge 5-pound bags of anything. You can order things in smaller quantities. So I ordered a smaller bag of quick rolled oats because we use the regular oats way more, but every once in a while we need the quick ones. And so I bought this ginormous bag of the regular rolled oats, and we'll store those in buckets with those gamma lids, so they're really easy to get to. I use Jovial's all-purpose einkorn a ton. That's what I use to feed my sourdough starter, and it's just so good. The wheat is just, we tolerate it so much better, so I make sure I have plenty of that. This is a big bag of cornmeal, just for like cornbread and stuff and other fun recipes. So I grabbed a big bag of that and we stuck it in a bucket. So as you can see, this was quite the big Azure Standard haul. And of course you can head to that blog post where I link you out to all my absolute favorites so that you can check them out as well. I love Azure Standard. Please check them out in the link below and give it a try. Find if there's a drop close to you, and I really think you'll love them. You'll love the quality, and you might just get yourself hooked, just like I did. Anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing this biggest Azure Standard haul yet, and I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.